What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 2 of our Pokemon Odyssey walkthrough. In the previous video, we explored our hometown and made our way to Talrega. In today's episode, we're going to continue exploring Talrega. We're kicking things off at the Talrega farm. There are a couple items you can pick up in there, and there are some awesome Pokemon that you can find in the grass. We just encountered a Marill. In the last video, we also took on a whole bunch of side quests in the guild. We also found a really cool place where you can swap or trade your Pokemon for random Pokemon. And we got a whole bunch of cool new Pokemon on our team now. We've just encountered a wild Snubbull as well, which we have just caught. And in today's video, we're going to continue on with the story. I've kind of figured out more about this game now that I've been playing a bit. And it seems like the world tree is the main goal. And the world tree consists of 8 stratum. So you have to try and work your way through each stratum or each layer of the world tree. And at the same time, you can also explore the map, the world map. There are tons of places to go with a lot of side quests to try complete. It seems the world map and the side quests are like a secondary option. You can take on the side quest to try get stronger and get better items and things like that. But the main goal is to try work through all the 8 stratums of the world tree. We have now made it back to the little Pokemon lab here. Before we couldn't enter because the professor had lost her key. But now we are speaking to them, and she also gives us a side quest. She's looking for a Gulpin, which can be found in our hometown. And the other scientist says he has a gift for us if we catch 40 Pokemon. So we're going to have to get catching, and we're going to make our way to our hometown in this video. And it looks like we've caught up with our friends, Ethan and Olympia. And there's also a strange character here with green hair. We're going to talk to him and find out a bit more. It turns out his name is Renak, and he's a Pokemon professor. And he says his assistant's purse got stolen by a thief. And he's asking if we will help try and find the thief and the assistant. So that shouldn't be too difficult because there's only 2 little areas here in our hometown in Fibernia. First, we're going to kick things off and head north. There was an abandoned lab here that we couldn't enter before, but now we can enter it, and it seems like the thief is in this abandoned lab. And in the last video, we also met a trainer who wanted to battle us in our hometown. So I think he's in the Fibernia woods somewhere. We'll try and take him on next. But you can find some interesting Pokemon in the abandoned lab. We just caught a Coughing. Hopefully we can find these thieves soon. There are a couple trainers to battle. Well, they're all thieves. But as you can see, we've just found a new form Ekans that we're battling. It looks pretty cool. We did touch on some of the different forms in this game in the previous video. There are some Fakemon, well, different forms of the Pokemon you know and love, so they might look a little bit different, but you should still be able to know what Pokemon they are. After we complete the little side quests in Fibernia, we're definitely gonna try explore the world tree and kick things off, see if we can complete the first stratum. I'm curious to see what that's all about, so that seems to be the main goal, but we've got to get our Pokemon stronger. So these side quests is a great way to get your Pokemon stronger, get some new attacks and new items, and it seems like that's the point of the game. Do all the side quests to get stronger and then try and move up in the world tree stratums. I think in each stratum there's like a big boss that you have to defeat in order to make your way to the next stratum. And here we just encountered a Voltorb that we have caught. So we are slowly catching more and more Pokemon. Hopefully we will reach 40 soon. And then we can get that item from the one professor. We've just encountered a Grimer, which we might as well try and catch too. We just caught Grimer. And if we do get 40 Pokemon that we've caught, that scientist guy will give us some EV machine. So that should be pretty handy in making our team stronger. We head up north and it looks like we have found the thief as well as the assistant. The assistant had orange hair and blue eyes. So I'm guessing that's the assistant chasing the thief. Now it seems we have found the thieves and their boss. We've cornered them and it asks if you want to save and proceed. So there is a big boss battle ahead and it is really tough. So make sure that you've healed up your team before taking them on. We definitely hadn't trained up our team enough. We had to go and do a whole bunch of training and then return and take him on. I definitely lost the first time I challenged him. I underestimated him heavily. But it's a little tag team battle and the first two Pokemon he sends out are both level 10. He's got a Grimer and a Venonat. Both of those are found in this region. We are kicking things off with Geodude and Machop and we have trained them up to level 12 already. And Machop has just leveled up again to level 13. So you want to make sure your team is definitely around level 10, if not higher. We knock out Grimer and now they have sent out Sneasel, which again looks like a different variant. This is a white Sneasel. Our team is holding up fairly well. Geodude has taken a bit of damage, but we've got Sneasel and Venonat in the red. And we've just knocked out Venonat. Our Cubone and Magikarp have both leveled up. I'm sure we will knock out Sneasel in the next turn if we can both attack. And yes, we've done it. We've knocked out Sneasel and we have defeated the thieves. The thieves now use Gyarados to strike through the wall so they can escape. And the assistant appears and we tell her that she's got to make her way to the port because Professor Renak is waiting for her, so she's got to hurry. And now we can head back to Talrega, but before we do that, we are going to go and find that trainer that we've got to battle here. And we've also unlocked some new houses in Talrega, so we can now try out the battle tent. And we can also start doing naval exploration. We just picked up a metal coat. There are a bit of cool items to pick up here. We also got 3,000 Pokemoney and we picked up a magnet. So don't come and miss this little room. Come and get these items. They might be super worthwhile in the future. But with naval exploration, you can actually take the ship with the captain and explore new areas. So if you want to do some training or try complete some side quests, definitely do some of that. I did a little bit of naval exploration off camera and we battled a lot of pirates and found some cool water Pokemon. So definitely a fun thing to do. But now we're going to try and find the trainer and we have, his name is Tio. And we're going to take him on for a battle. I've got no idea how strong he is. But he sends out a C-Dot and then he sends out more C-Dots. It looks like his whole team is C-Dots. He's got 6 of them. So I don't know what his game is, why he's got so many C-Dots and why he's so confident. But wow, his C-Dot are level 18, so they're all pretty strong. And they've got the move self-destruct, so they just destroy pretty much everything every time they send out more C-Dot. So in order to win this battle, you've got to try and survive the self-destruct explosion. Luckily, Geodude's defense is pretty high, so he did survive. But generally, all your Pokemon are going to get knocked out by the explosion attack. And if he knocks out all your Pokemon every turn, you will lose. So the only reason why we have won is because Geodude has survived one of the explosions. But that's all that he does in this battle is self-destruct, and he even kills his own C-Dot. But we definitely have won this battle. We got some extra Pokemoney and some cool experience. Definitely an interesting battle strategy by Tio. Hopefully we can take him on again and he will have swapped up his strategy a little. It's a good, interesting strategy, but it's pretty easy to overcome. Now we heal up our Pokemon and we're going to head back to Talrega. We can explore some of these new things we have unlocked. I'm curious to see what the battle tent's about. That should be a lot easier for us to train up our Pokemon with. And here we have found some of the Gulpin that the professor wanted as well. In that grass near the abandoned lab, we found it there. And I actually caught 2 of them. They're like rainbow-looking Gulpin. Definitely a new variant. We go back to Talrega. Now we can actually enter this house and chat with the captain. And he asks us to join him on a little side mission. So when you are ready, you can talk to him and you can sail away with him. But now we want to show Professor Saya the Gulpin we caught. And this is a side mission you really want to do because she rewards you with 1 of 3 Pokemon. So you want to go to the PC and make room in your party to get one of the Pokemon because it's Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle. Yep, that's right, one of the starter Pokemon from the Kanto region. So you want to come and catch this Gulpin. Like I said, you can find them just outside the abandoned lab in our hometown in that grassy area. It's quite tough to encounter them, but you definitely can. We decide to choose Squirtle and I'm super excited to check it out. And now Professor Saya says the next Pokemon she's looking for is Corsola and she tells us where it is. But this is how our team is looking at the moment. We've got a Cubone with a new typing, Ether type. And here's our brand new Squirtle, which I'm super excited to train up. Blastoise is probably my favorite water type Pokemon. And then Feraligatr is probably second. But here we're also going to just take a look at the world map. So you can sail to all these areas and do some exploration. And as you see, the world tree is just north of us. That's the main goal, to try and work through all the different stratums. So we're going to definitely take on the first stratum in the next video. I think our team will be pretty strong, especially with the battle tent now unlocked. And here are all the different regions that we just showed you on the map. I did try reach the Aqua Resort off camera, which was a bit of fun. But that's all it's going to be for this one. Thanks for watching.